Game 5 of the NBA Finals between the Indiana Pacers and the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is our prediction, obviously, for game number 5. That's played on Monday because, we need 3 days off in between NBA Finals games. This is ridiculous. By the way, Game 6, which we are now guaranteed to get, is not until Thursday. What are we doing? So we have to wait all the way now till Monday to watch the next game of the NBA Finals. That's great. I'm so happy about that. Pacers lose. Yeah, that sucks, because the Pacers, if they won that game, they were winning the finals, and that was kind of a sure thing. Not to say that they can't win now. I still think they can. Again, if you remember, my original prediction was Pacers in 7, then it changed to Pacers in 6, and I was still going to go in 6 if they had won yesterday, because I thought the for sure thing was going to be Indiana in Game 6, and I still think they can win Game 6 at home. Now the struggle for Indiana is that, okay, you have to win a game in OKC to win the series. I really don't have it down in my mind that they're not going to win Game 6. Are they going to get Game 5 or Game 7 is the question. I'm here to tell you, and I know, again, we've been really big on the Pacers all postseason long. I'm here to tell you that actually it's not as bad as you think it is. Now, again, don't get me wrong. I was distraught after game number 4. I'm serious. I was pissed, all right? We're going to go over some stuff, and I think it's going to be all right. I think. I know, again, going to OKC is very difficult to do. I think the Pacers are actually in an okay spot to do so. Okay, before we get into the video, folks, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more NBA Finals predictions here on the channel. We are guaranteed a Game 6, so we will see you on Tuesday evening for our Game number 6 prediction, potentially Game number 7. I think there's a good chance that we get Game 7, so we'll see. Anyways, make sure to go check out our MLB Best Bets every day here on the channel, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. And also, go make sure to check out our UFC predictions. This card's going on right now as you're watching this video. So UFC Atlanta, go check it out. Link in the description down below. Go subscribe to Greedo Plays MMA as well. Okay, let's go over some stuff before the prediction here, okay, guys? You probably know what the best bet is, but I just want to go over a couple things in game number 4 of the NBA Finals. I'm not going to cry about the refs all video long. I'm not. But guys, let's just watch this. Let's just watch what happens here. So why does Tyrese Halliburton? I'm so serious. Why does Tyrese Halliburton just get pushed here before the play starts? I mean, Mathurin hasn't even shot the free throw yet, and Lou Dort. I mean, guys, this is the thing. The Oklahoma City Thunder are allowed to hand check every possession. I don't have the clip here, but there was a moment in the third quarter. Again, the Pacers were up by 8, but still, it was third quarter, Pacers are up by 8, both teams in the bonus, 2 minutes left. And Siakam, sure, he kind of hand checks Caruso. He kind of has his arms wrapped around him. Caruso doesn't even have the ball. But they call Siakam on a foul, and obviously Caruso gets his 2 free throws. And Siakam immediately protests and say, hey, the Thunder have been doing this to me all night long. And they do. But they just don't get called for those type of penalties or type of fouls. Again, it's just these games are not being officiated the same for both teams. This is the biggest call, and there's a lot, and I don't even have it brought up. But what is this? This is a play that changed the game. OKC was up by 1. Lou Dort pushes Tyrese Halliburton, and nothing gets called. And this is an easy lay on the other side. I believe Lou Dort actually got fouled on this, regardless he had a free throw. It changes the game. This was part of the Pacers, they couldn't score outburst. There's another spot early in the first quarter, the second quarter, when Halliburton, Halliburton's going in transition. Alex Caruso takes a whole shot out of his arm. I mean, it's not a steal. Caruso goes straight after the arm of Halliburton, completely screws up the play. Halliburton loses the ball, and Caruso and company take it back the other way for 2. I'm just saying, man, the game's not being officiated both ways. I'm not even going to complain about the Shea calls. Again, I get it. Those suck. I'm just going to be honest. I've watched the Thunder all year long. Shea just gets those calls, okay? I understand it sucks. It's just that's the way games are officiated. Now, are those regular season calls? They are. And should those be called in the NBA Finals? Probably not. Just like how that should not have been a flagrant on Obi Toppin. But, it is what it is. Scott Foster refereed Game 4. He's the extender for a reason. That's how the NBA works. So I'm here to tell you the Pacers are going to win game number 5. Again, I don't think it's actually as bad as it's made out to be. Now, don't get me wrong. As soon as the game ended, I was like, okay, yeah, the series is over. I was really frustrated. I was really disappointed because, yes, no matter what you can say about the officiating in that game, the Pacers could not hit a shot in the final 2 minutes. And ultimately, that cost them the game. For as bad as the officiating was in the second quarter and held throughout the fourth quarter as well, and really just the entire game, Indiana could not hit a shot late in the fourth quarter. It's the exact opposite of what they've been doing to teams all year long in the postseason, with the exception of game number 3 at home against the New York Knicks. But that's exactly the game that, yesterday reminded me of, was New York game number 3. How did the Pacers respond? Well, they won game 4. The problem is this time around, instead of, okay, well, the next game's just going to be back at home, they got to go on the road to OKC and win. I'm honestly not too concerned. They've gone to Oklahoma City before. They have won. And really, guys, the Pacers outplayed OKC, and this is like game 1 of the NBA Finals, where OKC just outplayed Indiana the entire game. Indiana just outplayed OKC the entire game, and they had a bad fourth quarter, and they lost. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, there's a reason he's the most valuable player. The most meaningful possession in game 4 of the NBA Finals was after Halliburton hit the floater with like 3 minutes to go. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, as the shot clock's expiring and down by 4 points, step back, hits a 3, cuts the lead down to 1. If Shai doesn't hit that shot, I think everything goes the wrong way for OKC. Pacers win, and we're likely talking about this series being over in game number 5. Again, this has been the best NBA Finals, honestly, I think, of my lifetime. And yes, I watched the great Cavs Warriors 3-1 was definitely better. But still, this is one of the best NBA Finals I've ever watched in my lifetime. This is incredible. And even NBA Finals that I watched, I've rewatched, obviously watched for the first time, in the 90s and the 2000s. This has been a great series so far. I think the Pacers are fine. I actually think they are. Again, like I said in game number 2, I said, all right, Indiana had one bad quarter. And ultimately, they responded in game number 3 and 1. I think the narrative coming out this game for the Pacers was, they just blew it. They blew it, and now the series is over. And that's exactly what the media is going to tell you. The media is going to tell you, OKC it's a sure thing they're going to win the NBA Finals. Trust me, guys, I think they can, obviously. They can. They've been the best team in basketball all year long. I think the Pacers are going to be okay. I think the Pacers are going to come into game 5. I think they're going to come into that game explosive. I think they're going to, again, hopefully just put together a full 48 minutes of basketball. Because ultimately, that did not happen in game number 4. So, of course, OKC made adjustments. In game 4, they went 2 bigs, right? They went Hartenstein, they went Holmgren. That helped them, obviously. I thought that was a much better adjustment to, just starting Case and Walls. And obviously, again, we've said it before, Alex Caruso plays the clutch minutes, right? Alex Caruso was their 3rd leading scorer, right? Shai had 35, J-Dub had 27, and Caruso had 20. And I cannot speak to how big Jalen Williams was in that basketball game. But I think the 2 big lineup really helped. I don't know at what percent Chet Holmgren is going to be at for game number 5. Obviously, he played through game number 4. There was a noticeable limp. He's definitely going to play the next game. I just don't know what condition he's going to be in. Gotta talk about it because this is how the series has gone so far. The games where there has been a tighter whistle, the Pacers have lost and the Thunder have won. Okay? I'm not bitching about the referees here. I'm just stating a fact. Games 1 and 3 were not tightly officiated at all. Game 3 was more than game 1, but, you could play good defense in those 2 games. And here's the thing, okay? OKC's allowed to play tough defense. They're able to play a physical game. There was a moment yesterday where I think Mike Breen brings up in conversation, I think he says to Doris Burke, the referees are really letting these 2 teams play more physical, which was the exact opposite of what was happening. But he said this in the second quarter. Both teams are being allowed to play physical, Doris. Who do you think this benefits more? And Doris Burke says, neither. I think this is going to benefit both of them actually here. That's not true at all. Because OKC's been allowed to play physical this entire series. The Indiana Pacers have not. And again, I hate to mention the officiating. Scott Foster was refereeing game number 4. Again, he is known as the extender for a reason. It's just, this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. In baseball, okay, you get the same umpiring crew the entire series, right? You don't change. Sure, you're going to get a different home plate guy, but you're always going to get the same set of umpires for the entire series in baseball. Why is it in the NBA you get a different officiating crew every single night? One night we're going to get Tony Brothers, the other night we're going to get Scott Foster. There's no consistency to the calls. So there's not it's not like you can say, the refs are letting them play tonight. No, it's a different crew every single night and you don't know what to expect. I just think it's really odd to me. I don't understand it. Now here's the thing, right? OKC, and in a game where there are going to be fouls called, and they are not going, neither team's allowed to play defense. Like, OKC is going to be able to play more defense, but still, when the game slows down, obviously, it favors OKC, because what does Indiana want to do? They want to run. They want to push the pace the entire basketball game. The slow game helps OKC, helps them a lot. And also, OKC's going to hit all their free throws. They're just going to. The Thunder went 34 for 38 at the free throw line. Indiana goes 25 for 33. Pascal Siakam is still struggling at the line at times. Benedict Mathurin, oh boy. He doesn't hit 3 huge free throws to close the game. Completely chokes them away. Goes 5 for 8 at the line, but obviously misses his final 3, ultimately propelling the Thunder to victory. Obi Toppin's got to be better at the free throw line as well. Again, I can say what I want about this game. The Indiana Pacers just did not shoot well in the fourth quarter. If they put together a half-competent fourth quarter, they would be up 3-1, and there would be a much different narrative going into this game number 5. We'd be saying, does Indiana get this thing done in OKC, or are they going to get pushed back to Indiana, and is that where this series is going to get finished? I have a feeling we're going 7. I'm just going to be honest. I have a weird feeling we're going 7, but I think I'm still going Indiana in 6. OKC couldn't shoot the ball as well on game number 4. This team shot 3 for 16 from the three-point line, and they won in this day and age in the NBA against one of the highest scoring teams in all basketball, against one of the best shooting teams in all basketball. They shot 18% from the three-point line, and they still won. Again, it's the slow pace of play, it's the free throws, and it's just the physicality, man. It changes the game. And again, I know Indiana played a god-awful fourth quarter, and ultimately, that's what lost in the basketball game. But my goodness, man, it's a real heartbreaking loss for the Pacers, because OKC played a horrible game, and at the same time, okay, Indiana, they played with a lot of momentum the entire game. Tyrese Halliburton was not playing all that well until the fourth quarter, obviously. He did not have a good shooting night. Halliburton goes 1 for 7 from the three-point line. Andrew Nesmith goes 2 for 5. Siakam, who was dominating the basketball game through 3 quarters, could not get a single touch in the fourth quarter. He could not get a single touch, just like how Obi Toppin couldn't get on the court in the fourth quarter, and also like Tyrese Halliburton sat out for 8 minutes prior to coming back on the court from the end of the third quarter into early fourth. So there's got to be things that need to be changed for the Pacers, and I'm sure Rick Carlisle and that coaching staff are going to go over that. But for one, and also, how can I forget? Miles Turner goes 0 for 6 from the three-point line. Every single time Miles Turner shot a three-pointer in game number 4, I thought to myself, okay, he's got to hit one eventually, and he just couldn't. Hell, late game as well, there was a huge spot for him to hit multiple three-pointers to get the Pacers within 1 or even take the lead or tie the game, and Miles Turner, he airballed one. I mean, oh man. It does, bring up, like, should Indiana just go small? Should they force Hartenstein to come out to the perimeter to guard an Obi Toppin? They can't do that, obviously, because then they're not going to be able to grab rebounds, but the thing is, guys, Miles Turner doesn't grab rebounds. Miles Turner is averaging like 2 rebounds a game so far in the NBA Finals. Their best rebounder has been Nesmith, Siakam, and actually Tyrese Halliburton's actually been kind of a better rebounder than Miles Turner in this postseason. Obi Toppin actually has been a really good rebounder. But there are adjustments that need to be made, and I think the Pacers here, I think they are going to make the adjustments, and I think that's why they're going to win this game here on the road. I understand they're 9.5-point underdogs. We've seen them go into Oklahoma City before, and we've seen them win. Okay, I get it. OKC's going to play a good game. Shea's going to get his points. Again, there's a lot of factors in this one, man. Will this game be officiated the same way? If it's not, it's going to favor Indiana so much. Because I'll always say this about game number 1. There were 2 spots in game number 1 when Indiana was going on their run, right? Shea does his whole pump, try to, lean into the foul against Aaron Nesmith, and both times in game number 1 in the fourth quarter, he could not get that call. Yesterday, Shea was getting that call late in the game. It happened like 2 minutes to go. And I get it, right? Nesmith, he stuck his hand in the cookie jar, obviously, right? If Shea feels anything on his arm, he's going to go up with it, and obviously he's going to get the foul call. But again, And I'm not surprised by it. I'm not really going to complain about it that much because, again, I've watched OKC throughout the regular season. I know what to expect out of SGA. He is the most valuable player. He's going to get the benefit of the doubt every single time. He's going to get the best whistle in the league. But my goodness, this is the NBA Finals with 2 minutes left to go in a crucial game number 4, and you're giving him that call? Don't even get me started on that play where he pushes off of Neesmith, completely extends the elbow, extends the arm, and he travels. And they still, oh, we didn't see it. Again, am I surprised? No. Am I going to fault Shea for it? No. I still think he's the best player in basketball. I think he's the best scorer in the league. Regardless of what happens in this series, I think OKC's winning at least 3 championships in the Shea Gilgeous-Alexander era. I think it's Bush League. I think it's Bush League out of the officials. I don't know. It's frustrating because Indiana does not get those same calls. Pascal Siakam and Tyrese Halliburton don't get those same calls. That's all I'm saying with that, man. But I do think Indiana's going to make the adjustments. And the adjustments easily are Tyrese Halliburton needs to play 40 minutes. He only played 36, but you cannot lose the Halliburton minutes early in the fourth quarter or late in the third. You need Halliburton on the court for a little bit longer in that period of time, that range of time. You need to get Pascal Siakam the ball more in the fourth quarter. Andrew Nembhard's doing his job. Andrew Nembhard has been the most underrated guy in this entire finals because of what he's doing defensively against SGA. I don't care. SGA still scored 35 yesterday. That's just what he's going to do. He's the best scorer in the league. He's the best player in the league. What Andrew Nembhard's doing defensively against his Team Canada teammate has been phenomenal work, okay? But the easy adjustments are we got to get Siakam the ball more. We got to play through Siakam a little bit more as well. I think we got to sit down Miles Turner a little bit more. He's still going to start, but I think Obi Toppin needs to play more. And I think, again, Tyrese Halliburton needs to play 42 minutes. 42 minutes. And also, Halliburton just has to be more aggressive. I said this before, I'll say it again. I don't think Halliburton really understands how good of a scorer he is, at least when he is aggressive, when he drives, when he uses the float game, when he, again, some of the layups Halliburton's making, the reverses, and Halliburton eats a lot of contact as well. I just don't think Tyrese knows how good of a scorer he is. He'll shoot the ball a lot, obviously, and he is a good shooter. Yesterday was not a good shooting day, 1 for 7 for Hallie. But again, if Halliburton attacks the rim more, it opens up so much more for the Pacers. There's already enough that opens up for Indiana when Halliburton has the ball. But if he keeps driving, he keeps attacking, and keeps hitting that stuff, they're really good, man. I don't know. I think those are the easy adjustments, right? Halliburton needs to attack more. You got to get the ball to Siakam late in the game. And I think Miles Turner needs to see his minutes go down a little bit. I think if those adjustments are made, I think the Pacers are going to win. I really think so. And ultimately, I keep saying this, Indiana still has not had a Pacers night shooting yet in this finals. What we've seen against the Bucks, seen against the Cavs, and seen against the Knicks, it still hasn't happened yet. The whole, the Devil Magic Pacers shooting nights, that hasn't even happened yet. It's gonna happen eventually. We're just waiting for it. They almost had it in Game 4. I think they're gonna get it in Game 5, and I think on Thursday they're gonna be closing out the series to win the NBA Finals. I know, again, yesterday was a massive setback, but I'll be honest, I felt the same way after Game 3 against the New York Knicks. What happened? They won the series in 6 games. I know it's a little bit different now because they're going back on the road. I still think Indiana can get it done. I've seen them go on the road to OKC and win before. They're gonna do it again. Pacers in 6. Let's get it done. Indiana wins. Yeah, I'm at the point. You can keep your points. I don't care. You can keep your 9.5. Pacers plus 350. That's the only play I'm making on Monday. If we lose, so be it. We'll be back for game number 6, but I'm taking Pacers 350 plus 350. The points to me don't even matter because we're here for the Pacers to win the NBA championship. Pacers plus 350. We will see you for game number 6. Folks, thank y'all for watching our NBA prediction or NBA Finals Game 5 predictions here on the channel. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy the video.